Today we have Detective Pat Stack once again at the hub. We love return. What was that guy that hosted or was a guest on the Johnny Carson show more than anyone else? I can't remember.
Tiny Tim?
But it wasn't you. Maybe Tiny Tim.
I don't think it was Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim?
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever. Regardless,
It
it's
wasn't
good
you.
to have you back. It wasn't me either.
It wasn't me either, so we're good on that.
But we're in the right coming
Home
up on
stretch.
election day here. We as we remember, we last left Pat when he was a detective at the Niagara Falls Police Department and still is,
Thank you.
and doing very well fighting crime in the city of Niagara Falls for us,
We're having fun.
and considering the opportunity to be the town justice of Porter, or Porter Town Justice. The primary was in September. We're coming up in a couple weeks is the actual election day.
November 6th.
There you go.
Regular general primary, general election, same thing. Everybody comes out and votes. Need everybody to come out and vote.
We need everyone to come out and vote.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I just want to say, and first of all, I have been wearing a Porter's 200th 1812 Pat Stack for Justice bracelet, and now that Lance Armstrong has fallen from grace and all these yellow bracelets are coming off people's
Are
wrists,
you,
I think the orange are going to be a hit.
They're going to take over. It's going
I
to
think
take
so.
over all over the world.
Stack the deck for justice. But a couple of things I really
Let's
think
hear it.
would be interesting for people. Number one, what does the Porter Town Justice? What is he doing? High profile murder cases, landlord disputes. What would the role of a Porter Town Justice be?
Well, one of the things that I guess people don't realize is that the town justice doesn't just do the speeding and traffic tickets in the locality. It is an important part of the job. However, it's not the only part of the job. Porter Town Justice, just like the Lewiston Town Justice and the Town of Niagara Town Justice position, basically handles all crimes misdemeanor or less that are handled in that court. That would be things like petty larceny, criminal mischief under $1,000, stealing your four-wheeler, stealing your snow blower. All that stuff would come in under our court, along with neighbor disputes, property issues as far as the town goes against the individual or an individual against the town. They would also handle animal disputes, dog bites somebody, basically any crime misdemeanor or less. And nowadays, day and age, it's quite a few. Handles a lot of things also, including internet crimes, which are very popular, can be handled out of that court. They also issue warrants. They also sign search warrants.
Now, internet crimes, basically, that's a whole new, right? I mean, in order to enforce and to make judgments on these things, there's got to be precedences in court
Right.
to do this. Now, how many internet kinds of things are happening in our area? I mean, that's a whole new.
Yeah, there's a
Way
lot
of-
of, well, with the internet itself, the world's gotten smaller. I mean, the people are committing crimes, finding new ways to commit crimes, and the internet's definitely taken a big role of that on. Things that, like, you buy something on eBay and it's not what you bought, or you never get it. Things along the lines of scams where they tell you that your family's been abducted by Martians and you need to send money and to get the people out. Those are all crimes that are happening on the internet right now.
If they stole like in-laws or something, it wouldn't matter.
I'm not going to say
Just your regular
I'm not going
family.
to tell you my in-law
Well,
joke,
I'm not
'cause
saying my
right
in-laws,
now,
generally in-laws.
right? We're not going to get into that right now.
That'd be tough. But now, your experience as a detective, obviously, is kind of fun. It's interesting because you've had experience
With
as
all
these
those
things are cropping up. You're starting to say, "What is this? I gotta investigate this guy over the internet did something here," and so your experience may play into your opportunity as a justice.
Absolutely. Also the fact that a lot of our neighbors and neighbors' families and stuff are experiencing problems with narcotics. And I'm not talking about crack or things along that nature. I mean, just the pills have gotten out of control in all our communities. once prescribed and added in the medicine cabinets, people got hooked to them while under the care of a doctor. Sometimes they abused them. Sometimes they just felt like they needed more than what was prescribed to them. And now there's a major problem. And treatment, you should be able to identify with the treatment. The treatment, if they need treatment or if they need to go to jail, is a very big part of the decision. And it should be something that is brought into it. I have vast knowledge in that also.
That's trickling down into the kids too, right?
Well, that's where the
They're in
problem
their medicine
is.
cabinets and,
Yeah, when you can
selling
get
stuff at
$20 to
school.
$30 for a pill, and there's a whole cabinet full of them, it's a little crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's but you got to look at it too. It was the thought that it was given to you by a doctor or given to you by somebody of authority, who says it's good for you, and then all of a sudden after you get hooked, it's taken away from you. You gotta show some leniency, and you gotta care for those people even more than, obviously some people don't want to be fixed and things, and you have to be able to weed that out and see it.
Wow.
And that's something I do daily.
So you're confident moving forward here. This is a great opportunity, a great chance, and it's a good opportunity for our town of Porter to have you at the bench.
I would say one
Putting
thing.
those words in this guy's mouth, or what?
I'm not a politician, and this politics thing is definitely new to me, and definitely tough. Something that, if I had to do it again, my biggest thing is that I've always wanted this job. 20, 30 years ago, meeting Buster Lombardi, meeting some of the greatest, some of our greatest judges, some people that I care for and actually think very highly of, we're town justice. It's a nice position. It's good for the community, and if you have somebody in there who can understand what's going on, it'll make a big step for the community. And I'm not looking. I'm basically looking just for honesty, and you know what? With that in the community, you can go a long way. Family values and honesty can go a long way in the community, and that's basically what I'm looking for.
Well, I think the role of a judge or justice, if there is one position that isn't a partisan position, it should be a judge. So if you are endorsed by the Democratic Party and not by the Republicans, here's a Republican that's endorsing this guy. I don't think there really should be the partisan, but it's still in the voting machine under Democrat or Republican, right?
My opinion on that is pretty easy, and it's always been the same. You shouldn't be tied to anybody. You shouldn't be tied to any lines. You shouldn't be owing to anybody in it. Your job is simple. Your job is the truth. The nice thing about the way they set up the town justice is you cannot go to any political functions. You cannot be part of that once you're elected. To me, that's a big plus. I've never been overly political. We all have our views. Everybody believes in different things. I personally believe in people. I think that everybody makes their own decisions, and you should stand by those decisions all the way through it. And I'm happy that I would have liked the position in the political end of it not to be endorsed by anybody. However, I'm very happy that I won the Democratic line. I ran the Republican line, and I didn't win that. And I'm very happy that at least I'm endorsed and still in the race. And the guys who are working for me are doing a great job. And you're right, it's been bipartisan. Got a lot of people from all sides coming and helping me, which has been wonderful. A lot of people think I should do it, and I'm just happen to be one of them.
Well, we wish you well. We'll do whatever we can to continue to say stack for justice here. And one thing I learned from this is that there are animal crimes, and I would just relate that to cat burglars beware.
Well, that could be one way. Goodbye, Craig.